Now welcome back everybody to the flight simulator. We're right now on board an A320 and we're approaching a 900-meter long runway. A bit of a challenge, but it shouldn't be no problem at all. Even though, you know what, let's actually just go for some music here on this landing. This is quite an epic scenario anyway. Come on. Okay, that's been a relatively hard landing. Let's go ahead and stop, which should not be that much of an issue. It is going to be an issue. It has been an issue. That's, great. Yeah, just to justify myself, I was not the one flying the plane. It was the AI of the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And today I'm making a video about it to say that it sucks very much, as you could really just tell. Actually, this landing wasn't all that bad here, but kind of it was. As in, it did not, touch down early enough and landed a little bit on the middle of the runway and didn't quite catch that. And it overran very much completely. Stupid AI didn't, have any idea of going around either. It just went with it and died. That's just basically the metaphor of our planet right now. Although, I do have to say that I'm very much fascinated by how well this AI still does work. I mean, as you could see, it landed the plane, tried to stop, it didn't stop, but it tried to stop, which is actually, I don't know, I'm just very much fascinated by it. I've been challenging this flight simulator AI control here. Then right now, the option to control aircraft is already turned on for the whole time that this flight simulator has been out. And well, I still have to draw the conclusion it sucks. For example, we're landing here at London City Airport right now here with an A320, a landing that should kind of work, even on paper, kind of work. I mean, there is an A318 landing at this place in real life. A landing with this kind of plane here at the 1,200 meter long runway of London City shouldn't be an issue at all, unless we're flying with AI, I think. I'm not quite sure. Is this going to work? Let's find out. Let me just say the success rate of the AI pilot hasn't been all that good. Alright, now getting closer and closer to London City Airport. What I can already tell is that this plane is approaching way too low.
Way too low?
What the hell? You're supposed to normally fly into this airport much higher because of all the buildings here. But, this is just kind of freestyle flying. This is exactly how I would do it. I mean, why would you go through the trouble of approaching this steeply just for the sake of not disturbing anyone on the ground? I mean, come on. It's not worth it. Okay, let's see how this landing's gonna be. How bad this landing's gonna be, especially. Too fast, too high already. With this kind of runway, it's important to use every meter here. Okay, that's been a landing. A bit of a tri-point landing, almost, but a totally nice touchdown. Let's go ahead and stop. Okay, plane has landed and stopped at London City Airport. Wow! Damn, this has genuinely not been a bad landing. Bit on the hard side indeed, but totally survivable. That's the point. And what also does definitely fascinate me is how this plane now vacates the runway after this landing. Here it goes. It's just going along. This is crazy. And it's a bit confused about where it's going and how's it going, but this is okay. So yes, I would say that you can partly trust the AI at landing a plane in like a big international airport. I think somewhat of a full flight it may be able to do, but it just has to be a very easy, very routine flight. Nothing like bad weather. Let's, throw some crosswinds at this plane, by the way. It's gonna be doable for the AI. Let me just go for some crosswinds indeed. So let's go for like 20 knots, which is actually quite a bit. And we are right now heading 270, so let's just add 90 degrees to that. Just 360 here, which results into winds that directly push from the side of the aircraft. Crosswind. Let's just see how this plane now performs. Very much different story. 20 knots of crosswind, although, shouldn't be any issue for any human pilot that flies an A320, honestly, even here at London City. But let's just see how this one manages it now. Maybe it's time for some epic music again, because this is going to be epic indeed. So, how does this plane crab? How does the AI do it? That's the question. Come on. Honestly, that hasn't actually been all that bad. Wait, I like how this AI handled the situation here. A little bit right of the runway here, but as you can see, successful stop. This has gone very well. Oh no. That's a bit embarrassing. We need more. Alright, so we have to go a little bit harder on our little AI software pilot. Let's go ahead and now put the maximum A320 allowed crosswind onto this aircraft. 38 knots. Let's do this. Again, that's the maximum allowed crosswind here for this plane, meaning this is the highest wind that the A320 could ever land at safely with a safe pilot. Let's see. AI safe pilot, question mark? It's handling it very interestingly. Come down. We need to come down a little bit more. Come on. Okay. That's been a landing very late. Honestly, though, if this runway... I mean, we're not going to stop, right, are we? Are we going to stop? Uh-oh. I think we are going to stop. Did it just land? Maybe the AI isn't all that dumb. If you have a long enough runway, I think it can handle quite a few situations. I mean, I do have to say, though, in my defense, the last time I tried the AI, it was really bad. But it's been 1,000 updates ever since. Maybe it's actually gotten better. Now, on board the 747, let's see if this plane is gonna be able to land better. What was that? Yeah, we're now approaching Skiathos Airport in Greece. A bit of a short runway, maybe for the 747, but even Ryanair flies here. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure this runway is used to quite some landings. Pretty hard landings, let me just say that too. Now, by the way, while this plane is landing, let me just say, of course, the AI does not at all know how to handle things like failures, so if we turned off the engines, it would be lost. That's been a landing, a bit of a hard landing actually. But let's see if it's going to be able to stop the 747 here, which I think is actually going to work. This is all not that bad. This little AI controller thing. What am I saying? And wait. This is the thing that is a little bit weird about the AI. After the properly done landing, it is not continuing with anything. See, this airport is quite special, as you can tell. After you do a landing, you have to do something that's called a backtrack. So that means you end until the end of the runway and then turn around there and taxi onto the runway back to the airport. It makes sense, right? But the AI is a little dumb to... You won't realize that. I think what it's trying right now to do is turning on the runway, which is not a smart idea at all. Welcome back to Space 1. But something that I really haven't tried yet was things like extreme flying. Yes, right now the AI is trying to land our plane as a Cessna Caravan at Sabah Airport. Not going to work, is it? I mean, flying a big airliner to a big airport is absolutely easy, especially if you're doing not that smooth of landings like the AI did. But let's see, maybe this is going to work. I've actually never ever tried this, so this could be interesting. And this is really not easy for the AI for sure. We do have some winds here too, don't we? Yes, 14 knots of tailwind even. Oh no. This is actually the worst place to fly ever. Okay, good. All right, that was a... Oh my god, no. Okay, it's going around. It's going around. A little bit of the left. Don't go to the left. That's a very dumb idea. Okay, very near-death compilation here. Holy moly. All right, RIP that landing gear. So let's try this again. Now landing on the other side of the runway. Will that work better though? Let's try to find out. All right, come on. This is your chance now, AI, to prove your intelligentness of your what am I saying? No. That is basically the conclusion of AI pilots. If you have operations that are usual and, you know, big planes that fly to big international airports, it's gonna probably be very much easy. But if you have something that goes out of the ordinary, it ends up like this. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. Now, thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, Emite, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Oman the Human, Rafael Burkowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, X-Men Show, Laird Deslama, featuring Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and Pyrology.